Hello everyone, it's Carl here again, and today we're doing the Splatoon thing. Yes, I know a little while ago I said, we're not going to be doing any more of this because they've run out. Well, thankfully from the last Nintendo Direct that said, hey, guess what? We got some surprises for you. Here are 8 more weapons, and they're coming right at you. As you can see, I don't quite have enough there, but that's okay. Cool thing about this game is that you can test them out without having to buy them. So the first thing we've got here is the Bamboozler 14 Mark III, and here we go, just charging it up. Just gives me a good idea of how long the ink canister on your back will last without you having to turn around and run away. There we go, it's pretty good. I wasn't quite standing on the first line, but you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 lines. That's a pretty good shot, and that's rapid fire there. That's me without having to charge it. Now let's just see how many hits are going to take you if you're in the thick of things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna have to push a button 4 times unless you want to just stand there charging it up. And 1, 2. So there you go, 2 full charges to knock someone out. And there's your sub weapon there. That's the burst bomb, which is pretty cool. You get to hold down the button there and aim away, and that will knock 2. Throw 2, knock 1 out, not quite. There we go. That works better now. 1, 2. Good. There we go. And now you can see that my special weapon is charged. We'll head on up here, just have a little look-see. Fire up. Let's have a look. Look in the sky. Here it comes. Kablooey. There you go. So that is the Bamboozler 14 Mark III. That one's going to set you back $9,100. Alright, so we'll reset. Let's try out the Fresh Squiffer. So this is another charge weapon. Should be a fairly long distance one. This one's going to cost you 7,200. It's a bit of a slower charge, but oh my gosh, look at that. Look how much I've painted there. Ugh, but if you run out, that last charge is going to cost you 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. That's not bad. But you got great maneuverability there. You're going to be able to hopefully dodge some of those incoming splats. If that makes sense. Oh gosh, you have to get awfully close to someone if you're just going to be pushing the button rather than having to charge. Look at that, that's pretty painful. But a bit stronger than the last one, isn't this one? You're going to set you back 3 shots, 1, 2, 3 to kill someone. But again, you're going to have to get look how close. Look at that. So that's 2 lines, isn't it? Not that grids and things are all over the battlefield anyway for you to tell, but gives you a good idea roughly, doesn't it? So there you've got suction bombs as your sub weapon, which is pretty cool. You get to stick them wherever you want, and that's 2 full charges to knock someone out. And as you can see, when you're charging, kind of walking around like someone that's awfully useless anyway, without having to curse. Okay, so there we go, fully charged. Let's head on up again and we'll test out this Kraken. Gives you super speed and invincibility, and you're going to be murdering people along the way. So excellent. Let's now check out the permanent Inkbrush. Another quick, speedy kind of weapon. And as you can see, you're not going to be able to win many firefights from afar, are you? But that's okay. This one here is to get you from A to B super quickly. And that was that 1, 2.5-ish. Now this one's going to set you back 8,200 inkling currency. But there you go. There's your strength. Look at how fast you are. Hooning around. But you may have seen people playing bumper cars online before. It's hilarious seeing people just hoon around with brushes and rollers. It's cool as. But there you go. Let's just surprise someone and slap them in the face. It's a really good weapon too in the right hands. And there's your sub. You got some bombs there, some grenades, or whatever they're called, splat bombs. Sorry, I'll get the hang of it. And another special weapon here is the Kraken. And well, I mean, you just saw me do it again, but let's just do it again anyway. Cool. So there we go. That was the permanent Inkbrush. Another Inkbrush. That's your type of thing. Alright, so what's the next one? Now, That's right. They're way at the end, so bear with me here. Sometimes it pays not to buy them all. Okay, so we'll start with the Refurbished Mini Splatling. Alright, so the same old drill, head on back to the beginning. This one's going to set you back 13,400. This is a bit of an expensive one, but the charge on this is pretty good, isn't it? Wowee. And there we go, fully run out. Now that was that 1, 2, 3, 4-ish lines. If I'm just going to tap the button, doesn't really do a lot, does it? So, you know, have to just charge. Cool as. So there we go, and there's your sub-weapon, which is the burst bomb. And then it's got a pretty awesome special. Gosh. Can't quite throw them that far. But with the right ability, you could probably make up for that, couldn't you? So let's head on up here. Let's send out a barrage of bombs. Just remember to keep an eye on your ink gauge as it's going down there, because you don't want to throw the last two and find out that you've got none to actually shoot with. Cool, so there we go, that was the Refurbished Mini Splatling. And alright, what's the next one? The Soda Slosher. I love the look of this one. I quite like the sloshers, but still not something I'm always relying on. There we go, and as you can see in the top right corner there, you've got a Inkzooka. So that was 1, 2, 3.5-ish. Not great, but you know, its strength is being able to hide behind walls and get everyone else that's nearby. And there is your sub weapon. You've got some splat bombs. Seems to run out of ink fairly quickly though, so just keep an eye on that. This one's going to set you back 14,600, so you better start saving those pennies. Alright, let's fire off this Inkzooka. Such a good weapon. I always find that I get hit by the very first Inkzooka. Usually by someone that has no possible way of actually seeing me coming around a corner, but you know, that's just my luck. That's just my luck. Anyway, next one. We're going for the tempered Dynamo Roller. This one here is one of those ones that takes a little while to charge. I can't quite see it because the camera's too close to me, but yikes. So, and as you can see there's a big area of unpainted stuff there, so just watch that you don't get too close to people. 1, 2, 3, that's like, what was that, 4, 5? I wasn't even counting, sorry. Anyway, that's, oof, look at how slow that is when you're rolling. Holy moly. I think it's probably best to just run without the roller if you need to get away. Well, obviously if you get your own ink you can swim in it, but there you go. You can mow people down. One hit. So obviously, you know, the more powerful they are, the less likely you are going to be able to actually hit them, because you've got to sacrifice something, eh? And in this case, you got speed. And there you go, your sub-weapon is a Seeker, which is just a cool little thing, isn't it? And the Killer Whale special weapon. Oh, look at me. So slow. So there we go, that was the tempered Dynamo Roller. So there we go, four bumps. That's interesting. So it's better to just bump into people than it is to actually splash them. So there we go, 125, 250, obviously going up in quarters there. Whereas if you were to roll, 160, it was 125. Huh, interesting. Bit of useless info for you, but there you go. Interesting nonetheless. Alright, so that was that one. And the next one is the Splattershot Pro. This is another rapid fire, long distance type of weapon. So here we go. As you can see, you're going to need some pinpoint accuracy if you're trying to shoot everybody. So just watch that. I mean, obviously you got the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, and that's pretty good for a rapid fire weapon, isn't it? And there we go. Here's my terrible aiming skills. You got to be pretty accurate, don't you? Yeah. So that one's going to set you back 26,500, and you've got suction bombs as your sub-weapon, which are pretty impressive. There we go. Alright, let's just see some maneuverability there. There we go, running sideways, running around while I'm shooting. Cool. I love rapid fire weapons. They're just, I don't know, just my type of thing. Anyway, let's try out the special weapon. Throw bombs. Oh, I'm trying to get it on the backboard there, not working. Better watch out for those. It's best to flee. There we go, got one up there. Yay, everything is just so much better now. Gosh, my accuracy with this type of weapon is not great. I can't imagine me doing too well, especially in a ranked match where I'm just going to get obliterated. Alright, so anyway, the next one. This one is the Wasabi Splattershot. This one is going to set you back 4,300. That's a nice cheap little number. What have we got here? Sub-weapon, splat bombs, special weapon, ink strike, and that is 1, 2, 3, almost 4-ish lines. Now this is a good weapon for beginners, I believe, because, especially if you're playing a turf war, because all you got to do is just hold the button down and just spray all over the place. Doesn't matter if you get your enemies, you're helping just by painting the ground. Gives you some really good practice for just fine-tuning your what's it called? Motion controls on the gamepad. You know, I'd get there eventually. And an ink strike. An ink strike is always something that's exciting. And you know, it's really good for splat zones and things too. So it's a pretty deadly weapon, especially in the hands of those pros. Don't sell it short just because it's a cheaper weapon, because, you know, like I said, those pros out there, man, they can totally waste you. You think you're awesome with your squiffers and your rollers? Well, you look out for this little guy here with his motion controls waving all over the place. Might accidentally get you. So there we go, zeros for eyes. Thank you very much. This is pack 1. Apparently some more are on the way. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.